Zeb Wise, James McFadden, Brad Sweet, and Andy Forsberg. Casey Kahne and Justin Sanders, Landon Brooks and Corey Eliason, Corey Day, and Cole Macedo. First 5 rows in this one for the 49er Gold Rush Classic. In front of a sold-out house here in Old Hangtown. Placerville Speedway, we got them racked, we got them stacked, and we've got the grandstands packed. Let's go racing off at turn number 4. We are green. Zeb Wise wheels up on the start right there, gives up the race lead to James McFadden. McFadden shows the way down the back straightaway. Andy Forsberg quickly into the 3rd spot, getting around the outside of Brad Sweet. Forsberg now on the back bumper of Zeb Wise down the front straightaway. McFadden leads lap 134 to go. Now Forsberg gets tight on the cushion in turn 1, gives that 3rd spot right back to Brad Sweet down the back straightaway. Landon Brooks, an aggressive maneuver to try and get by the number 9 at Casey Kahne. He will do so down the front straightaway, move Landon Brooks into the top 5. Landon Brooks in the Shannon Wheatley 45 car enters the top 5 conversation as McFadden shows the way. 2 laps complete, still a long ways from home, making 3 laps complete, and McFadden's already on the same straightaway as the back of the field. This race will be won or lost in traffic here tonight at Placerville. McFadden nice and smooth around the bottom, gets by Jacob Allen as he pulls into the infield. First car McFadden's going to encounter is Tyler Courtney, 2nd in Kubota Highland Racing point standings and last night's feature winner. Zeb Wise, a little smoke showing off the left side of the engine compartment on the number 26 car. Brad Sweet still in the 3rd spot. Landon Brooks closing in now on Andy Forsberg for 4th. Brooks very good off the bottom in turn number 4. A pass behind them as Justin Sanders gets by the number 9 at Casey Kahne. Move Justin Sanders into the 6th position. Sanders using a little turn down line on the exit at turn number 4 as McFadden is now in the thick of traffic to the inside of Tyler Courtney. Gonna be tough to put last night's feature winner a lap down, and now McFadden's almost got to come to a complete stop to go into turn 1. Zeb Wise down the back straightaway, gonna try and look to the outside probably the next time by in turn 1 as McFadden's trying to get by Chris Windom and Tyler Courtney. There's literally nowhere to go for James McFadden. Here comes Brad Sweet, here comes Andy Forsberg. All of a sudden, Justin Sanders into the 5th spot. Justin Sanders into the top 5, got by the number 45 of Landon Brooks. Oh, close call in front of your race leader. Justin Cox nearly lost the handle. He gets lapped by the number 83 car of McFadden. Here comes Zeb Wise. McFadden up on the infield berm. Zeb Wise to the lead down the front straightaway. Zeb Wise takes the lead on lap number 11, but McFadden takes it right back away down the back straightaway. McFadden still trying to get by the 55 of Chris Windom, the 7 BC of Tyler Courtney, and the 02 of Ashton Torgerson. McFadden now evacuates the bottom of the racetrack, and that opens up the inside for the 26 of Zeb Wise. Here comes Justin Sanders. Sanders underneath the Forsberg. He's up to 4th. Justin Sanders into the top 4 now. Justin Sanders now trying to go to the outside of Justin Cox. McFadden a close call down the backstretch with Chris Windom. Nearly put him over the hill right there on the backstretch. McFadden still cannot get by Windom, and here comes Wise and Sweet. Brad Sweet now going off the bottom of the racetrack, trying to work lane 2. McFadden makes his way by the slower car of Torgerson, so does Zeb Wise. A lap car between the 2nd and 3rd place cars now. Forsberg fighting back on the outside, trying to get some momentum going up there. Justin Sanders going to look to the inside of Brad Sweet off of turn 4 with the lap cars in his way. James McFadden slowly around the bottom, still on the rear bumper of Chris Windom. The cars in front of McFadden really not that far off the pace compared to him. Sanders is on the back bumper of Brad Sweet. Sweet goes to the top. Sanders to the inside for the 3rd spot in turn 4, can't make the pass. Close call there between Brad Sweet and Justin Sanders. McFadden finally gets underneath the Chris Windom. Car through the infield off of turn 4, that was Spencer Bayston. We stay green. So McFadden got by Chris Windom, and that has proven to be a tough task here tonight, as Wise will now have to try and go to the outside to get by the 55 car. Zeb Wise needs to get by Windom in a hurry. Tries to work the middle, cannot do it, loses ground. McFadden underneath the Parker Price Miller in turns 3 and 4. Can he put a second lap car between himself and the second place car of Zeb Wise? McFadden gets held up. Wise with a run to the outside of Chris Windom. Gets by him. Now no lap cars separate your top two. McFadden on the right rear, nearly got to the right rear. Parker Price Miller off of turn 4 and almost did in turn 1. McFadden not sparing any room down there on the corners as he almost got over the right rear of Parker Price Miller 2 times. Sanders and Sweet still have not gotten by the slower car of Chris Windom. McFadden working that 83 car all over the racetrack, trying to find something to get by the 9P of Parker Price Miller. He will do so off of turn 4. This race is going by in a hurry. Next time by 10 laps to go for James McFadden. Zeb Wise looked really good right there off of turn 2. On the top of the racetrack, he's got something going. Now McFadden trying to get by the other 83 car of Tanner Carrick. I think Zeb knows the top is decent right now. McFadden slides up the racetrack, cannot get by Tanner Carrick. Justin Sanders to 3rd. Justin Sanders is up to the 3rd spot, closing in on your top 2. Justin Sanders is very much a part of this battle. This time by 8 laps to go. And here comes Zeb Wise. Zeb Wise, car off the track right in front of him. They're going to stay green. Tanner Carrick back onto the racing surface. But here comes Justin Sanders. McFadden has a little room to breathe here with a couple cars up the road, but they're about 5 car lengths ahead of him. And Zeb Wise is working the outside of the racetrack. This time by 6 laps to go. Here comes Zeb Wise down the front straightaway. McFadden goes to the bottom. Zeb Wise through the middle. Now Justin Sanders to the left rear tire of Zeb Wise off of turn number 2. Sanders with a slider for second, turn 3. Justin Sanders has second for the moment. Zeb Wise back underneath him down the front straightaway. Justin Sanders trying to get that first national sprint car win of his career. McFadden cannot get by Jamie Veal. Veal cuts him off. Here comes Wise to the outside. Can't do it as Veal gets in front of him. Sanders to second. Wise gets into the side of McFadden. Oh! And Brad Sweet gets a huge piece of Zeb Wise on the back straightaway. Wow! A huge moment on the back straightaway. Zeb Wise out of the car on the back straightaway. The driver of the Rudine Racing number 26 has climbed from the cockpit. Was running in the 2nd spot at the time. Came across the line the last time by just 1/10 behind Zeb Wise. Just Brad Sweet is also sitting in the turn number 3 area over the edge of the racetrack. He clobbered the side of that 26 car. Tony.
I'm down here with Zeb Wise. Zeb, your race car's in shambles over here. First of all, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm great.
What happened?
Well, not great, but I don't really know. I guess the 17 decided he was going to lift down the straightaway. I don't really know, but it's a shame. I feel like we actually had a really, really good race car there and had a chance to get around James there, but yeah, just tight racing and unfortunate with the lap car there.
That was incredibly tight racing. Retired after running in the 2nd position, battling with James McFadden. Nearly that entire feature chase, the number 26 for Rudine Racing is done.
What a tough way to end the night for Zeb Wise. Was looking for that first win of the year. Brad Sweet is going off on the hook right now, GT, and I mean, like we said, he absolutely hammered the side of Zeb Wise's car, and he's going to have to go to the work area. And here's the replay. See what happens here as Jamie Veal goes up racetrack, and it looks like the car broke right there.
Yeah, it looked like he definitely lost some power, and then, oh.
Man, he really got it.
Lambasting right there, I guess you call that.
I mean, he absolutely got into him hard right there. And now Sweet, I'd be shocked if they can get that car back out there on the racetrack.
You're looking there at some of the damage on the Rudine Racing entry, and wow.
No,
that was hard.
And no guaranteed time up there for Brad Sweet as we're less than 10 laps to go here in this main event. And really, you know, you think at any other time of this season that this would be a huge deal for Sweet to go to the work area as the points leader, but you look at his closest rival, Tyler Courtney, back in 21st position right now. Yeah. So really would not lose, if he does not get back there, would not lose a ton of ground in that championship fight. So they're going to work on Brad Sweet's car. Front end going to need to be changed out for him. And he almost flipped right there. If you saw the replay, he was up on the left side tires, almost got upside down.
And how about that, though? 31 laps nonstop. That was pretty darn good.
Absolutely great job by the drivers to, all 28 of them, by the way, to get around the track. 31 clean laps in a row. Now McFadden's going to have some clear traffic here, or some clear racetrack to work with. He's been around the bottom the whole way, but there was a couple laps there where it looked like Zeb was getting going on the top. We know how fast Sanders is. He started back in 6th. He's up to 2nd. And Corey Day is from 9th to 3rd now with the incident for those two.
Kind of a sneaky good run there for Corey Day, but this is almost a replay of the Dave Bradway Jr. Memorial here back in June with the NARC 410s, where all of a sudden Justin Sanders just had that car operating to perfection, and I think he's going to have something here for McFadden. This is going to be a good 4-lap shootout.
Yeah, certainly. It sounded like Corey Day was really right with those guys as well before that incident happened. He was catching up to them in a big way. So we'll reset the top 10 for you. It's James McFadden with the lead. 2nd spot is Justin Sanders. 3rd spot is going to be Corey Day. 4th spot, Andy Forsberg. And 5th spot will be Casey Kahne on the restart. Then Corey Eliason, Cole Macedo, Justin Peck, Ryan Bernal, and Landon Brooks, the top 10. Tony, you got more for us?
Yeah, we're over here in the Rod End Supply work area, and before I even got here, they were already re-yanking the pretty mangled front end assembly out of Brad Sweet's Casey Kahne Racing number 49. Obviously, a whole bunch of crews jumping in here to help. They've got the new front end in. They're going to more than likely need to, I don't know if they'll need to replace that front wing or not. It's pretty banged up, but obviously the most important part is that they've got a new front end into it. Now they're walking around, checking everything, making sure the drag link is in good shape. They're looking at the rear end now. A couple of the CJB guys are putting spotlights on everything. The front end assembly may be the only thing Brad Sweet needs to get back out on track, and they're buttoning it up now.
Okay, and they are just getting Zeb Wise's car off of the racetrack. It's on the hook right now. It's making its way up the hill. And Zeb's down there telling the tow truck guy, hey, we're up there, hang a left, hang a right, right next to the pothole on the, that side of the pit area. And then you see that Brad Sweet is trying to...
They're going to take the front wing off after all, Chase. They're going to go, and they were fighting to get the mounting brackets to a position where they could get the front wing off. Now they've got the backup wing ready to go. Ty Wolfgang down on his knees right in front. They're going to rip that banged up front wing off. They've got the backup ready to go. It was a question of could they get the mounting arms into a way that they could get that nose wing off. They're going to be able to as Zeb Wise rolls by us here in the Rod End Supply work area.
All right, cars are refiring now. We'll see a replay once again of the incident. And you'll see that Brad Sweet gets up on the left side tires here, nearly getting upside down due to the contact with Zeb Wise. Boom, right there. I mean, he clobbered him.
Man.
They are still going to work on Sweet's car, but they are refiring everybody right now, Gary.
Just got word the Gold Cup Barbecue crew is tuned in watching tonight, and man, we're looking forward to seeing them with the rib feed next week, the chili feed, bikini contest, the glow party, all the good stuff coming next week.
All the good stuff. So we mentioned the top 10 when we come back to the green flag. McFadden, interestingly enough, GT, last year at the World of Outlaws race, led 19 laps of that feature, did not win. He finished in the 3rd spot.
I think it was him and teammate Buddy Kofoid that were side by side for so many laps. So yeah, McFadden wants to get himself another national win here tonight. But as you said, Justin Sanders, Corey Day, Andy Forsberg's next in line there. So only 4 laps to go, though. And as you saw how quickly those first 31 clicked off, it'll be over in no time. Yeah, 4 laps will go by in a jiffy here around the Placerville Speedway. McFadden with 1 win on the year with Kubota High Limit Racing back on June 2nd at the Butler Speedway in Michigan, the Mace Thomas Classic. He won that one in a photo finish over Brad Sweet. He has 1 other win this year. It was with the World of Outlaws at the BAPS Motor Speedway in Pennsylvania. Of course, I'd like to get his home state winners, or home state car owners, a home state win. Dennis and Teresa Roth, they've done so much for this sport. And there's Brad Sweet, Chase. He's back out. Brad Sweet makes it back out. No nose wing on the Napa Auto Parts number 49 car. You can see the wing is toast. I'd be willing to bet that they're not going to use that chassis again next week at Gold Cup. That one might not be there for Chico.
definitely not.
Well, guys, think about the fact that Tyler Courtney won last night, Brad's biggest and closest rival in this inaugural national campaign for Kubota High Limit Racing. Thankfully for Brad, he's not knocked out of this thing, but wow, does tonight and last night really shake up the championship chase out here on the West Coast?
Certainly does. The last time that Brad Sweet was in an incident there, Gary, was at the Portsmouth Raceway Park. Interestingly enough, that same night that Tyler Courtney got into a wreck battling inside the top 5. And so that night as well, Sweet did not gain, or Courtney did not gain much ground on Brad Sweet. So every time Brad Sweet wrecks, he kind of gets a little bit of an early Christmas present with Tyler Courtney having an issue like tonight, needing a provisional to make the show. That other night at Portsmouth, he obviously just had a crash. Tony?
Oh, no, sorry, Chase. I was checking on something back up to you guys.
I am looking for Tyler Courtney. There he is at the back of the field. I thought I didn't see him there.
Right there by Brad.
Yep, so we got a couple cars a lap down at the tail end of the field there.
Yeah, how about this, guys? Now with Zeb Wise and Brad Sweet having trouble, Justin Sanders gets promoted to second, and who is right behind him coming to the restart?
Corey Day, going to be fun to watch. A former NARC winner here at Placerville Speedway. We're coming back to the green flag. Handful of laps to go. McFadden looking for win number 2 on the year. Sanders looking for the first ever national touring win. Be a big deal if he can pull it off tonight at Placerville. We go back to the green flag. McFadden through the middle in turn 1. Sanders tries to clip the cushion. Corey Day goes by for second. Corey Day's got the second spot down the backstretch, but the caution is going to come out. We've got one stopped in turn 4. It is the 2K of Gage Garcia. And for that, Sanders will go back to the number 2 spot. Great run right now for Casey Kahne, by the way, GT. He is in the 5th position. That would be the first top 5 of the season for Casey Kahne if he could stay there.
A few more spots and he'll get that Durst Dice Roll money as well, I think, right?
Oh, that is correct. Yes, it would be 6 top 10 on the 6 top 10 on the season as well. Cole Macedo been very, very good this week. A 5th, a 4th, and now he's running 7th. Might be the most consistent of anybody so far this week. McFadden's been good as well. 2 top 10s on the week, and now he's leading this one. So him and Cole Macedo, after tonight, certainly going to be, if there was a championship for just the West Coast swing, those 2 would be leading for sure. We'll try it again. Sanders is going to get another opportunity to restart in that 2nd spot. McFadden, Sanders, Day, Forsberg, and Kahne. Back to the restart zone. We're underway again. McFadden gets away. Sanders going to try and roll the bottom into turn number 1. Corey Day 3rd. Casey Kahne looks underneath of Andy Forsberg for the 4th position. Cannot make the pass as Forsberg pulls down in front of him. Sanders gets a run down the front straightaway. Sanders goes low in turn 1. McFadden through the middle. This time by when they come across the line, it's going to be 2 laps to go. Justin Sanders plugs the right rear into the cushion. This time by 2 to go for James McFadden. Can Justin Sanders pull off a huge win here tonight? He is close. Down the back straightaway. Justin Sanders going to try and rip the cushion to the win. James McFadden a little sideways off the corner. White flag, 1 to go. Justin Sanders around the bottom. He's close, but is he close enough? Back straightaway for the final time at the Gold Rush Classic. Who's it going to be at the line? James McFadden gets the win. Justin Sanders 2nd, Corey Day 3rd, Andy Forsberg 4th, and Corey Eliason with a top 5 in car number 8. James McFadden gets his 2nd Kubota High Limit Racing win of the season. In car number 83, Justin Sanders finishes in 2nd. Corey Day 3rd. Andy Forsberg's going to have to wait another time for that first 410 win here at Placerville. Ends up in 4th. 5th goes to Corey Eliason. 6th to Casey Kahne. 7th goes to Cole Macedo. 8th, Justin Peck. 9th, Ryan Bernal. Good run for him as well. 9th place. And Shane Golobic finishes up in 10th. Landon Brooks, 11th. Brent Marks in 12th. Rico Abreu, 13th. Caleb Montgomery, 14th. Michael Faccinto, 15th. 16th to Tanner Thorson. 17th goes to Spencer Bayston. 18th to Brad Sweet, who beats Tyler Courtney, by the way. 19th for Sunshine. And 20th for Gage Garcia. Behind them, Tanner Carrick, Parker Price Miller, Chris Windom, Ashton Torgerson, Zeb Wise, Jamie Veal, Justin Cox, and Jacob Allen round out the 28-car finishing order from the Gold Rush Classic here at the Placerville Speedway. Hoosier Tire neckband, the Kubota Highlander Racing Victory Lane hat. A handshake and a high five from Justin Sanders, Brent Ventura, Woodman. Rob all down there, very excited for the win. The first one since June 2nd for this driver. And he gets it done in his car owner's home state. And he's getting the shoe off. You know what that means, Placerville. It's time for a little bit of a celebration. Here he comes. Make some noise for your winner of the Gold Rush Classic, James McFadden. And it's the shoey. Takes off the old boot and chugs a beer, throws the shoe in the air, might not ever use that one again. Climbs off the race car. He'll make his way over to the Victory Lane stage and talk to Tony Laporta.
There's a lot of happy people down here in Whiskey Myers Victory Lane. Placerville Speedway, he can hear you. How about it for your winner, James McFadden? He's going to jump up here on the stage with us in Whiskey Myers Victory Lane. One more time. Now he can hear you and he can see you. It's your winner, J-Mac. An orange peel. You always drive around with fruit in your shoe?
Nah, old mate just gave me some sort of cocktail there to smash out of my shoe because I couldn't find a beer and the fruit went in it, so it was a bit disgusting when I put it back on, but...
You want to grab Maverick? He wanted to jump up with you. Maverick McFadden joins his dad in Whiskey Myers Victory Lane. Look at that! Back after 34 Raceway this spring, you said it's not about how you win races on this level, it's about how you lose them and then come back. A 4th and a 5th place run after being in the hunt both nights to kick off the West Coast swing, and you come out here, start on the front row, and drive one of the most decisively patient races I've ever seen. How hard was it to sit back, let this track and traffic come to you?
Extremely hard. I felt like we had 2 green flag runs and we're smack onto the back of traffic, and it's tough for them. You know, it's such a short straight that you can only show your nose, and they really don't probably know that the leader's there. So I wanted to get to the top. The curb's gnarly, but then my car was really, really good through the middle, and I could kind of just sit on their right rear. So hats off to my guys. You know, we've been in the position the last month to win a couple races and haven't got it done. So to be here in Victory Lane in California for Dennis and Teresa Roth and Toyota and Mobil One and everyone that supports our team is really special. You know, we've come really close to winning races in California for Dennis and Teresa, and to do it here is unreal. It's cool to see such a rowdy crowd. I actually think these guys are a bit noisier than the posse guys in Pennsylvania, so it's a pleasure to race in front of you guys. Obviously, hats off to my guys, Brent, Wood, Rob, Brian, everyone involved that gets us up and down the road, and man, I'm pumped to get a win in California. It's cool.
Last year here with the World of Outlaws, you and your teammate, Buddy Kofoid, flanked the podium around, I believe it was Carson Macedo who scored the victory. You come back here just under 1 year later, and you have the number 83 Roth Enterprises machine that was good enough to win. What is it about Placerville Speedway that you enjoy and this team excels at so much?
Obviously, you know, my guys have grown up. All of those guys are from California, so, you know, they've grown up here and done a lot of races around here. And you know, this track's kind of really unique. We don't really race on too much like this in the world. You have to do some funky stuff with your feet and your hands, and I really enjoy doing that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's just fit our program, and like I said, just super glad to get a win for everyone. And like I said, I've been close in California a few times for the 83, and you know, to win a race in California for such an iconic team is really special.
Jock Goodyear, a fellow countryman of yours, told me today that when he rolled in here to this place for the first time today, he asked if this was the micro track. And Jamie Veal, another Aussie, said they don't race sprint cars on tracks like this size back home. Are you happy they race sprint cars on a track this size?
Yeah, like I said, it's action-packed. Like I said, we're in traffic within, you know, 3-4 laps, and you have to be, like you said, really patient. But you know, these high-limit guys are so aggressive, and you know, your local guys like Justin Sanders and Corey Day's obviously done a lot of laps here. It's really tough. So I hated that caution, but I love that caution at the same time. So yeah, it's unique, it's fun. You know, you're up in the hills. How much better can it be? I
swear, I was standing down here in turn 1, and I think you were scraping the tail tank back bumper of Parker Price Miller one lap when you rode right behind him. As a full-time racer with Kubota High Limit Racing, when you win a feature in 2024, you get to send $1,000 of an angel donor's money to a charity of your choosing. Which charity are you choosing to support tonight?
Yeah, I'm going to go back with the Team Jack Foundation. You know, Mark, he batches it every time, so you know that's double for the charity, and it's such a cool thing that the anonymous donors doing and High Limit. So yeah, I'll send some money that way, and hopefully we can send some more.
James McFadden chooses to support Team Jack Foundation for the second time in 2024 with High Limit Racing. J-Mac is your winner! We're going to make our way now around to find our second and third place finishing drivers, Justin Sanders and Corey Day. Two names you like to see on the podium side by side with each other. Justin Sanders came from the 6th position here tonight. We'll go over here by your race car, get those sponsors a little bit more airtime. They're going to have to look through some caked on mud here to see. I'm coming from 6th place here tonight. When that yellow came out, how much did that change your race? And did you really feel like you had something for McFadden there in the end?
Yeah, I think that was kind of the change all of everything. I could tell James kind of didn't know where to be because he's leading the whole race, and it's hard to know exactly where to be. I've been there, and I could really make a lot of mile an hour in the top and the middle of 3 and 4, just pounding it up there. And I kind of had a rhythm going and kind of a speed. I'd kind of move around 1 and 2, but yeah, I think when I got by Zeb and, you know, Veal kind of slowed up, I thought that was going to be my opportunity because James kind of was like, there was a couple guys like kind of back and forth and felt like I could maybe give him a run for his money. But, oh, well, it's better than last night. We'll just say that. Have my shit junked to, you know, building a brand new race car and just finished this thing about 1 o'clock in the afternoon and had to unload about it. I think we got the car in the shop about 3:30 last night, up about 7:45, finishing it up. So I'll take it. I'd like to see James McFadden win if it wasn't for me. Great guy, great team. Congrats to them. Thanks to my sponsors, Farmers Brewing Company, North County Plastering, Yuba Sutter Aviation, Heath and Rick Keller here tonight, Joe Silvera, North County Plastering, Factory K and FK Rod Ends, Walker Performance Filtration, High Performance Lubricants, TI-64, Smith Tie, System 1, Pro Ignition, just everybody helps us deal out. So I don't know, just I think it's my 3rd second now. I'm ready to win one of these deals.
From 6th place to 2nd with Kubota High Limit Racing, that is Justin Sanders in the runner-up position. And quite the rebound from last night for both of these drivers. Corey Day out of Clovis, California. We're lucky at Kubota High Limit Racing because we get to watch him race night in and night out, fresh off that hard Charger award and a 3rd place finish at the Knoxville Nationals. But to run well, to run fast, and to run up front in your home state on a national stage like this, how good does that feel?
Yeah, man, it feels really good. You know, the past 2 nights, I feel like we should have won or, you know, been up there, and we were. Just mistake on my part, and a car falling out of the sky. It's hilarious there. So, yeah, good to just put a full night together. You know, my car was really, really good in the beginning of that race, and you know, kind of faded there on that last caution. Just didn't have the speed I did, you know, early in the race. So, wish we wouldn't have had that caution, you know, at the end there. And I was up to 2nd. I don't think anyone was catching J-Mac, but you know, would have liked to get one more. But yeah, hats off to my guys for working hard. I haven't made it easy on them these past couple nights, and you know, they never quit.
We head to Chico, California in just under a week for a pretty big payday out there at the 70th Annual Gold Cup Nationals. What can we expect to see from this number 14?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't know what to expect for Chico. This is the first year in my whole sprint car career that I haven't raced it all year going into Gold Cup. So I'm a little curious to see what we're going to have. I mean, everything's different this year with tires and the way we're running our race cars. So, you know, I think my track knowledge there will help me out regardless of, you know, how the race car feels. But, yeah, I'm definitely excited to get there for 100 grand.
Well, and if there's a curb, you'll probably be okay as well. That is Clovis, California's Corey Day going from 9th to 3rd here tonight. Justin Sanders and Corey Day side by side on the podium. Who would have thunk that could have happened? That's what we call a little bit of comic relief, if you ask me. Day finishes in 3rd, Sanders in 2nd, but it's all about the Aussie. James McFadden gets his 2nd feature victory of 2024 with Kubota High Limit Racing, and he is standing on top of the podium over there in Whiskey Myers Victory Lane.